Hey there, thanks for tuning in. Today I thought I would go through this hip kit bin I found in my stash. I don't know about you, but I'm doing a lot of holiday prep right now, going through all of my Christmas supplies, seeing what I have, what I might need to order. And while I don't always do an album project in December, this year I think I will do something. It won't be a daily project, but I do want to create an album of some kind. So I'm trying to pull a kit together and plan some holiday pages early. But I really needed a break. None of that is about creating, it's all about organizing and prepping. But when I pulled out my holiday stuff, I found this kit. I ordered some older hip kits during one of their sales, and this is what I have left over at the moment. This is from Hobby Lobby under the Paper Studio brand. It's just a slim paper holder that fits on my IKEA shelves. I don't have a ton of kits from Hip Kit. I'm not a subscriber, so these holders come in handy to keep all the different kits together and separate them from my other supplies. I'm going to pull everything out and see what's here. Most of the papers might be from one of the older kits. There are also random embellishments from different kits because I also like to buy the grab bags. This exercise really is just to see if I can clear my head from the holidays and get inspired by these products. I have a couple of PTO days off from my job coming up, and I want to scrapbook something different before I get consumed by all of the holiday stuff. I haven't gone through this in a while. I made several pages right after I got this order, when it's exciting that you have new products to play with. I know I've used some of the die cuts because I put the leftovers in that plastic bag. I feel bad that all of these goodies have just been sitting on the shelf. I don't subscribe to kit clubs because I like to make my own combinations and mix and match stuff myself. But I do love a good sale, and I didn't have any of these products in my stash. I like to change things up sometimes. I'm a creature of habit and I often start my layouts the same way. But I feel like the results I get when I let myself start in a different place, like by making the kit first, is not the same layout I might have created if I had followed the same old routine. So today I'm going to change it up and make the kit, and then I'll find the photos. It looks like this might have been a Valentine's kit. It's a hip kit paper. It's very busy. I love all of the colors and the patterns. I've seen people stitch over the dotted lines. I think this could be a fun background, especially if you tone it down with solid cardstock. On the back is a nice grid paper. Oh, I really love this. That's the thing that always gets me. I like the busy side, but these papers are harder to use. I'd probably hold on to this for years, hoping that inspiration will strike and I'll figure out what to do with it. But this grid side, I'd use that right now. So let's see if I can find something that will work with this grid. The next paper is from Pink Fresh. It has a white background with these watercolor strips going down the left side. I could probably add hand stitching across the dotted lines and use the right side for photos and journaling. If I can look at a paper and already see what to do with it, it's a winner. On the back is a single color leaf print in a diamond pattern, great for layering or for photo mats. Here's a single color paper from Pink Fresh called Sunny and Bright. It's a yellow color with white flowers and leaves. And on the back is a watercolor wash in pink tones. Let me move these over into the camera frame. I'm so sorry about that. Here's another Pink Fresh paper with a white background and circles in multiple colors. And there's sketches of leaf stems placed randomly around the page. On the backside is a skinny stripe on a diagonal. I love adding these kinds of stripe papers to kits. These are great for layering and covering up seams. The next paper is another single color, a light green paper with leaf stems in white. This is a really pretty pastel mint color. Actually, I think this is the B side. This side with the window frames is supposed to be the front side. Here we have a variety of different window frames, which would be perfect for fussy cutting. Or you could trim photos and add them to the frames. And this is the single color B side. The leaf print is not themed and you could use it on any kind of layout. Here's another pink fresh paper. This is multicolor florals on a light pink background. This would be a good kid starter. It's got darker pinks and greens, yellow and white. I could pull in different B sides like the leaf print here. I know these papers are from the same collections, so the colors work. I am keeping in mind that the photos I want to scrapbook that I haven't printed yet are of us celebrating our anniversary. I'm not really sure that I want to go with florals. On the back is a single color floral tile print, and I really like this. I'm always drawn to the B-sides. This is a light blue with a little bit of aqua, but you can see when I put it next to the green, there is more blue. Here is a multicolor butterfly print on a white background. This paper would be a good kid starter. This paper gives you the motif, the watercolor butterflies, and then you can add in several B-sides in any of these colors to make a kit. I might layer with this, but I'm not sure it would be a good background. I could always do one of my favorite layout foundations and pull the top layer down to the corner so that more of the background paper is on show. If you did this, you could gut the paper and then use that paper on the layout to layer with. I could also see a darker paper in the background and moving the butterflies to the front. But at any rate, I'm not sure this is right for the photos I need to use. So I do like this with the blue tile paper, but together, that's a lot of pastel. On the back is a butterfly sketch print in yellow on a white background. So it's a single color. Why does this paper remind me of basic gray? Wasn't there a basic gray collection that had a pattern paper very similar to this? I'm not as partial to this because it's yellow. It's not going to show up all that well if you have other papers with white backgrounds. I'd have to pull in a darker paper for this one to contrast against. Might be good for layering or photo mats, but I would try to use the front side with the butterflies before I use this yellow side. Here's another watercolor floral. This design has half of a wreath in the center. I could see layering up a photo in the middle and maybe adding more die cuts around the flower painted on the background to add in more details. I'd probably keep this for something special where I just have one larger photo. Then again, I could see two 4x6 portrait photos here too, but probably not what I want for this layout. On the back is a multicolor floral with more watercolor flowers. Lots of pastel. I like this. It could be a kid starter, but I'd probably use the other side first because it's unique and different. Oh, I like this one. This could definitely work, and it's more what I think I want for my layout. This is a multicolor heart paper on a white background, and each heart has a different pattern. These colors are deeper and more saturated than the pastels we've seen so far. So there's already more contrast with these hearts against the white background. My picture is about our anniversary, so this paper would work. I like hearts for that better than florals. On the back is a text print that says, I love you. I like this too. It would be good for layering, but I'm not crazy about the words on another white background. I could just bring in other B-side papers if I needed to, though, to contrast against this text print. Does this work with the other grid paper that I put to the side? Oh, yeah, for sure. There is a lot of pink and hearts, though. Since my photo is both me and my husband, I don't just want pink. It looks like there's a peachy tone, and orange, and light and dark teals. So I need to bring in another color here for sure to offset all of the pink, but I'm good with both of these. Let's look at this last paper here. It's a tag print, so a cut apart sheet. Oh, there's the teal. That's the color I'm talking about. Look at that. I really like this paper. On the front, we've got a sheet of cut apart tags. I could see a lot of these on a layout about an anniversary. It is a Valentine's paper, but many of them would work just as well on an anniversary layout. Tags are great cluster bases and they work great to layer behind photos. But if I don't use these, I'm okay with that. I really like the teal side, and it looks good with the pink grid paper as well. I don't know what the design will be yet, but either the grid or the teal paper could be good for a background. That's why I love the tone on tone and the single tone papers. So, yeah, I like these. Just putting these three papers together is making me want to scrapbook. The color combination makes me happy, and that was kind of the point of the exercise. I wanted to clear my head from all of the holiday stuff. I'm recording this on a Friday night and I'm not scrapbooking now. I'm just kind of setting myself up to scrapbook this weekend. I'm going to leave these papers out on my table and I won't have to do any selecting tomorrow. I can just print my photos and start creating. Let's see what embellishments are here. Here's a set of enamel dots. The colors are not all a match, but I'll be able to use some of these for sure. The pinks work, the teal color works. I probably wouldn't use the blue ones or the yellow ones, but that's not a problem. Here's some puffy stickers. We've got flowers and butterflies. This collection is Chasing Dreams. It's not the same as the papers. The colors aren't an exact match, but these colors are similar, and I'll use whatever I think is compatible. So sorry if the glare on the packaging is making it hard to see these embellishments. I didn't think to take everything out ahead of time. I have already used these die cuts because I put the leftovers in a plastic bag. I'm not sure what collection these are from, but I can tell these die cuts are mostly going to work. This frame is an orange peachy color, and there are hearts on this paper with the same color. I see some die cuts with cross stitch. The theme may not exactly be the same, but that won't stop me from pulling die cuts in colors that I might need. I'd rather have extras like this and more than I need so that I won't have to go into my stash and look for more stuff once I start working on my layout. The colors in this I Love You die cut would work. It's mostly pink and it works with the heart paper and the grid. So I'll put what's left over in this whole pack on my tray and lay everything out while I'm creating. I like my colors to match up, but with these smaller embellishments, it's just not super important. Here's another tag with a watercolor flower. If I need this for layering, the colors are just fine. I love to mix and match collections and manufacturers, so it doesn't really bother me if some of this won't work. I'll just pick through and find what I need. I was going to try to get this back in the bag, but I give up trying to do this on camera. Here's another die cut set. This one is also Chasing Dreams, which is not the same as the papers. This one has more tags and florals, tabs. There's some moths in there. There may be something in here I can add. Here's a set of pockets. This is also Chasing Dreams. Let me get these out of here. These are fabric, so this would add in a different texture. The colors aren't exact, but they are pastels. I've never used these before, but they're super cute. Here's six different patterns. These are not self-adhesive, but I think I'd want to use them as a pocket, so I don't want full adhesive on the back. These could be a fun feature on the page. What if I were to add these on top of the grid paper? I could arrange them in a grid, and my photos could go over here on the left side of the layout. I could dig through the die cuts and see if there are tags and journaling spots to add inside the pockets. That peach one might work. I like that. Here's another die cut, and I could also add embellishments on top of the pockets. Okay, my mind is already racing. I like this idea a lot. These pockets would give me the design for half of my page. I had no idea where this layout was going when I started this. But when I scrapbook tomorrow or this weekend, I already have the design in mind, so I can just sit down and create. Here are the Chasing Dreams chipboard stickers. Not all of these would work, but this one says love this. I could add that to a photo. The rainbow colors probably won't work. I wouldn't use the flower clusters, but the black and white flowers might work. I could also pull in that camera. There are hearts on here that would work. I like the arrows. Again, I'm not going to use up the entire sheet, but I can pick and choose a few that best support my layout if I need them. The last thing in the kit are two puffy alphabet sticker sets. I know I've already used this navy set. In this pink set, it looks like there's two tones of pink. I'll probably pull in a few more alphabets and I'll definitely look for more embellishments, but this is a really good start. Thank you so much for watching. In the next video, I'll be making this layout. See you next time.